Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well. And today we're going to talk about Star Wars. Yes, indeed, Star Wars Celebration is coming up on Friday, at least for me. I know that Jeremy, Jesse Milestone, and Star Wars Girl are already up there right now, and a bunch of other people are going to be going up either tonight or tomorrow. I'll be up there Friday morning, so I will either meet everybody at the convention or at the hotel before we go to the convention. Either way, I'm very, very excited for it, especially since it seems to me that we have ourselves a little situation here because J.J. Abrams has recently given an interview that seems to indicate that Kathleen Kennedy, indeed, just like we've been saying from the very beginning, has no idea what she's doing. Why do I say this? I say this because of the fact that J.J. Abrams himself has said because they had announced release dates and everything works backwards, to have no script and to have a release date and to have it be essentially a 2-year window when you're saying to yourself, you've got 2 years from the decision to do it to release, and you've literally got nothing. What this tells us here is that she has no plan. How do we know this? Because there's no script. There's nothing to work on. He is, again, J.J. Abrams, the guy that's made Star Wars Episode 9, has said very clearly that they are given absolutely freaking nothing. You don't have the story, you don't have the cast, you don't have the designers, the sets. There was a crew, and there were things that will be worked on for the version that preceded ours, but this was starting over. So basically, nothing. Now, this is the reason why I've been from the very beginning calling out Kathleen Kennedy and saying that she might be fine in the producing role, but when it comes to being the head of Lucasfilm, when it comes to being the head of Star Wars, when it comes to being the visionary for Star Wars, she has none. And this has been made abundantly clear and 100% factual by this statement. The fact that you have a director now of 2 out of the 3 films saying that not only is this the experience for Episode 9, but obviously he is talking from experience from his own thoughts on Episode 7. He was given absolutely nothing. Kathleen Kennedy basically probably talked to him and said, oh, these are a couple of things I would like to see, but didn't give him any forward-thinking vision. And from the very beginning, this has been my biggest critique of her, is that producing is one thing, getting the money for a film, having ideas on, having, certain input on just a couple ideas is one thing. But being someone like a Kevin Feige who says, this is what we're doing 5 years out. You can go back to the video I just did the other day where the X-Men have been said they won't be coming around. Kevin Feige said the X-Men are not going to be happening in the MCU in phase 4 at all, which means for the next 5 years, because they have a 5-year plan at this point, that is going to be the case. They have a 5-year plan. Kathleen Kennedy didn't even have a 2, 3, 4, 5-year plan herself. The fact that she came in and brought people on, not having any ideas, not having any desires, had a stupid story group that apparently did nothing as far as, actually, bringing anything to the discussion here other than checking canon, which, you could have easily hired people for significantly less money who were just hardcore fans of the franchise. They could have found, Lucasfilm, seriously, could have found people to volunteer their time, to dive through the archives, to dive through all of the EU novels and say, all of these stories work together and all these stories don't, and this is how we can make them work. But instead, what they decided to do, they decided to let Kathleen Kennedy come on because of diversity. They wanted to let, everyone else come in because of diversity. And then you had the story group that literally did nothing other than make non-canon some of the most famous and some of the most beloved stories in the entire Star Wars universe. This is the era of Kathleen Kennedy. This is the mindset of Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, I don't really care about any type of vision. I just want things to look good. I'm going to hire the people, and they're going to be great people, and they're just going to do everything. You know what? Kathleen Kennedy is a lot like someone else I can think of. I know that some people might not like this comparison, but think about it for a second. He's kind of like Donald Trump, which I think is hilarious for a lot of reasons, mainly because the people in Hollywood, especially the people we're talking about right here, probably hate the guy and voted against the guy. But seriously, think about it. He himself is able to do certain things. However, what does he do mostly? What does he do best? Bringing in people that know how to do things, knowing people who know what they're doing so that they can get things done. Not necessarily having any type of vision, not necessarily wanting to do anything because, as we know, he's all over the place. Kathleen Kennedy seems to be a very similar person in this mindset of just being like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm just in charge, but I kind of want this to happen, but, oh, that's a pretty good idea. I'll go with that. This is the woman that came in 80% of the way through filming of Solo: A Star Wars Story and fired the directors Lord and Miller. This woman who is going to hire on J.J. Abrams with no script, no story, no sense of what the future is going to hold, and just say, take it, fly, fly. Not to mention you have the guy, Chris Terrio, whose last 2 films were BVS and Justice League. Come on. So the first thing I did was reach out to the writer who admired for years Chris Terrio, who I didn't really know, and say, listen, who would you want to write Star Wars with me? And he screamed, out of terror or excitement, probably a bit of both. Oh, man, oh, man. So this is a film, Episode 9, that's going to be written by the same dude that wrote BVS and Justice League, which were both crap films. Sorry for all the DCU fans out there, but they were crap films. You now have J.J. Abrams coming out making it very clear that Kathleen Kennedy has no idea what the hell she's doing, saying, oh yeah, here's your date. You have to get the film out by this date, and boom, good luck. I'll still tell you if there's something that you're doing that I don't like, and I'll fire you if you don't if you really make things that I don't like, which is what happened with Solo Star Wars Story. But yeah, go ahead. Figure it out. That is like the worst leadership you could possibly have. Not to mention you have one of the big actors coming out, kudos to Bounding into Comics, who's saying, yeah, I think that there's a possibility of Star Wars fatigue. See, it's interesting to me that he says possibility when every single person in the media, in the shill media, have been saying for a long time that, oh, the reason why Solo didn't do well was because of Star Wars fatigue. It only came out 5 months after The Last Jedi. I mean, and so therefore people got way too much Star Wars. Having 2 Star Wars films a year, that's too much. Having 2 or 3 Marvel films a year, oh, no, that's different. That's very different. Oh, we're going to have Marvel fatigue very soon. We're going to have superhero fatigue very soon. But it's not going to be, with Captain Marvel that we're going to protect. It's not going to be with any of the woke characters that we're going to protect. No. It's going to be, down the line. The problem with all of this is that it's screaming to all of the fans that this has been one of the most poorly managed franchises, one of the most poorly managed universes of all time. It makes you think of any of the flaws that George Lucas might have. And the man does have flaws. We all have flaws. But it makes you look at them and think to yourself, man, I thought those were flaws, and now I have this. And now I know that anything that was wrong with, George Lucas, anything that was wrong with the vision that he may have had, anything that was wrong that may have been with his dialogue writing, is nothing in comparison to this. One of your biggest stars saying, oh yeah, Star Wars fatigue is probably going to happen, even after the media and all the people, Bob Iger himself saying, oh yeah, we did too much too fast, there was Star Wars fatigue. And then you have J.J. Abrams himself saying, oh yeah, there's no script or anything like that, and you have to kind of come in and just, you're given a date, and then boom, you're kind of left to your own devices. Okay, so I'm glad that now everything that we've ever said about Kathleen Kennedy not knowing what the hell she's doing has now been officially confirmed. Thank you, J.J. Abrams. Appreciate it. You probably weren't trying to do that, but that's what you ended up doing. Guys, what are y'all's thoughts on this? Seriously, I cannot wait for Star Wars Celebration because apparently Kathleen Kennedy is going to be there for the Star Wars 9 announcement, and I would love to be in the room, but apparently all that stuff for the signing up for the panels happened already. I didn't get an email notification. I'd sign up my pass and everything like that, so I thought I would get like an email notification saying, oh, by the way, the app's now live. Oh, now the way you can sign up for everything. You can sign into the lottery for all the panels. Missed all of that. But man, I would love to be in that room, and I would love for there to be some kind of Q&A so I can be like, hey, by the way, when the hell are you doing? What is the future of Star Wars? Because it sounds to me, based on this, and I would quote directly from J.J. Abrams saying, sounds to me like you have no idea what the hell you're doing. Because that's certainly what it feels like. But I would love to know your thoughts about this. Comment below. Also, I know a lot of other people are covering this, but seriously, I think that this causes a lot of concern. I think this really does make clear that they have no idea what the hell they're doing. The fact that they hired the writer of 2 of some of the worst films in the DC universe that have happened, and also 2 films that should have been much bigger than what they were, one of them actually being the lowest grossing DC film of all time. Now, many think Shazam is probably going to take that category over pretty soon, but when you have Justice League that has so many actors, so many characters represented on screen for the first time ever in a live-action format in the way that it was, comparing that to Shazam, it's kind of night and day. But seriously, what are y'all's thoughts on that? And what are y'all's thoughts on Chris Terrio? And of course, J.J. Abrams. Also, guys, please let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, smash the like button, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. Also, I'm very excited for Star Wars Celebration, as I said before, mostly because I get to meet some of you guys. I get to meet, obviously, Jeremy again. I get to meet Anna for the first time, Jesse for the first time, Nerdrotic, Gary for the first time, EVS, Jeff, World Class BSers, the entire crew. I'm so excited. Seriously, so freaking excited. Ivan Ortega. And I'm probably leaving off a lot of other names. I know there's a bunch of people that are coming in not to actually go to Celebration, but just to go to Chicago to hang out with us. So again, so very pumped for it. I actually just got a new travel microphone that I'm very happy to be able to try out. I might actually be able to record videos when I'm in Chicago. My biggest concern, of course, is the Wi-Fi, because uploading is probably going to be awful, but we'll see what happens. And if I can, maybe we can do a live stream. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.